What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a fun video plan. So a new course just came into the area, in the Nashville area, and I decided to give it a shot today. Looks like a little smaller course out here. It's called Mansker Disc Golf Course. This is the practice basket. Hole 1 is right, the tee to hole 1's right behind you, but 18's basket is right here. It looks like it's going to be a pretty small but technical course. So should be a fun one today. I'm just trying to get my putt warmed up a little bit. Whew, that one felt weird. But yeah, I'm kind of excited about this course. I saw it a few weeks ago pop up on UDisc and figured I should come out and give it a shot. So the weather's nice today, so we decided come give it a shot. Goodness above. There we go. Ooh. But yeah, so I'm very interested to see what this course is looking like. I think every hole out here is a par 3, so it's a par 3 course. So, but just from what I'm looking at, with some of just from basically the first tee, it looks like this course could actually be kind of tricky, a little technical maybe. So we will see as we get into it. Here we go. Alrighty, we are here at hole 1. Let's get some look. Mansker Creek Disc Golf Course, hole 1, par 3. It looks like potentially short and long pins. Okay, they rotate them, so the long pin is not out yet, but the short is. What is this? What? We've got a scorecard with the layout of the course. Huh, how super cool. We'll have to keep this. We'll keep a physical copy of our scorecard. How about that? Let's go. So it looks like the first hole is just tucked around these trees. 196. It's actually kind of a tough hole. I think what we're gonna do, just to kind of play it safe, I think we're just gonna throw a soft NV turnover. Something nice and soft. Try to pan it through, so I don't think I'm gonna forehand up that high. Here we go. This tee pad's weird. Let me see if I can spike a forehand up there. Let's see. We'll go resistor. Something pretty beefy. We'll just try to smack it up high, see what happens. Okay. Might not have been bad, we'll see. Alrighty. Let's see what we can do here. See if we can't get shot on the board. This bush is just so weird. Yeah. Alright, we'll just take a par. Alright. So we got player 1, player 2. They both took threes on the last hole. So this one is 189 par 3. And the basket's basically just left of that big rock down there. And it looks like the lawn goes even. Wow, that's cool. I think it's just another forehand hyzer. So, hey, I've been working on my forehand, so I guess I'm going to get my forehand practice in. We're going to throw Terra this time. Something a little bit less stable than the resistor. And just try to punch it. See what we can do. Yeah, I think something like that'll do. Oh, those trees are in the way though. Very interesting. I'm gonna try to throw this T-Bird 3 a little bit lower line. See if I can't get it there. Oh, but I hit the rock. That's a tricky hole. I think you actually have to throw something slower speed. Maybe something like a pyro, or maybe even go to a zone or something. Very interesting. I'd also say, as walking up here, especially for you right-handed players, I think maybe going up this left side actually might be the better line. Instead of trying to do what I was doing, which is come around this right side. I was actually trying to get it up top, but I stalled out and caught this last tree. So it's actually very cool. Like, even though it's a short hole, the way these trees are positioned, it still gives you a pretty good guardian. So very interesting. Alright, let's see if we can make some putts. Get ourselves 1 under for both players. Here we go. Oh, it was almost there. You know, even though I caught the rock on this second shot with this T-Bird 3, I think I'd still maybe not prefer it. There's a ditch like right behind me. This is a weird putt. I feel like Ricky. Here we go. Oh. Dang. Left side change, no strong. That's crazy. Alright, 2 pars. We'll move on. Alrighty. So 2 pars, so we're still even through 2 holes. Hole 3 is 243 feet par 3. I'm going to see if I can see where this hole is. There's a clearing right here, but I don't think there's a hole there. Actually, I might be right. This might be the clearing. Wow, that's a... Okay. That's a tight clearing. Very interesting. I don't know what I'm going to throw here, because I don't think it's too something to the corner. You kind of have to hug it. I might try to throw something high and then see what happens from there. Let me range find. You might just have to down tempo a tempo. Alright, let's see what we got here. If I can actually range find anything from this. Let's see. Shoot that back wall of trees. Okay, so that back wall of trees is about 195 away, 196. So I think if we actually just give a nice smooth throw to maybe the Envy or Tempo. I think it should get there. We'll throw both because I think I'm kind of liking this whole player 1, player 2 for today. Just so y'all can get some more shots, see some more things. But it's a very interesting hole. This tree is actually in the way for the hyzer line, surprisingly. Alright, player 1's gonna go with the Envy. Said I'm just gonna throw something nice and soft, a little bit of hyzer, nothing crazy. Ooh, inside gap. The problem with that inside is I don't think it gets lucky. I think you have to push past those 2 trees at the end. So I'm gonna throw this one a little bit more flat. Or throw it more inside. Those are gonna be bad. Those are gonna be bad. Let's see. So now that we're down here a little bit, this is what I was saying is I came in front of this tree, but as you can see, it's so overgrown that you can't really get lucky. You really have to push this back line to have any chance of getting down there to the pin. So I'm probably gonna hunt down my discs and try to pitch out. So yeah, have fun just looking at bushes for a second. Alrighty, so unfortunately, I have lost my Tempo, which was my second shot. Found my first shot, but I lost my second. So we're just gonna throw that up there and tap in the par. Alright, here we go. Hole 3, 333, par 3. You can probably see it, but it's literally just on the other side of these trees. So I'm going to try to stand still a Zone OS and a Mutant on hyzer and see if I can just skip them around the corner. Zone OS first. Yep. Ah! Tried to get cute with it. Alright. I think we're gonna get our first birdies, ladies and gents. Alright, let's see what we can do here. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. That was so bad. Alright. Here we go. There we go. And we have a birdie. Let's go. Let's go. Alrighty, hole 5, 185, par 3. I think I'm gonna throw some fairway drivers. We're gonna throw a Terra and a Stall. I'm gonna throw a Stall first. I think we're gonna try to get kind of low on the right side and just kind of skip them up. Yeah, that was nice. I think I'm gonna try to get the Terra a little bit flatter because that one came out on a pretty good amount of hyzer. I'm gonna try to get this one a little bit flatter. Yeah, there we go. That Terra was better. It's a flatter shot, pushing. That was nice. All right, let's go make some putts. All right, let's make some putts now. Here we go. Dude, get it up. So bad. It's because I wanted to let player 2 catch up. Alrighty. So, I was gonna say originally, after playing 5 holes, I was like, you know, this course is pretty beginner friendly. Like, especially for, 90% of the player base being right-handed. I was like, this is a really cool, like, fun little course for your right-handed beginner players. Like, nothing's crazy. They're all, besides hole 4, which is built for a lefty. That's the only hole so far that I've run across that's really designed for a lefty. Every other hole has pretty much just been kind of stock hyzer righty. But then we hit hole 6, which is 290, par 3. I see it, but man, this gap is tight. I got 2 Mayhems. One's a lightweight, one's a max weight. I'm going to throw the lightweight one first. Just try to punch it through this gap, I guess. These tee pads are too short to get a big enough run up, so here we go. Yeah, this is, I think it should have been out there, personally, just to fit the rest of the course, but gosh, that is just such a tight tunnel the whole way. And then problem is you're trying to be so accurate, not realizing you still have to get 290 feet of distance with a low ceiling. This is a tricky shot. Like, wow. I'm gonna throw one more just cause. I'm gonna throw a Maverick on a forehand. Try to see if I can get a little hyzer flip through there. Yeah, I genuinely just don't know what to do. This hole is kind of ridiculous for the rest of the course. All right, I think I'm doing the best I can with setting you guys up, but I still don't know what to do from here, because this is a tight gap. Even from all the way up here, like, I'm still not 100% sure. I think I'm going to try to throw a detour through there and just hope I get enough power to get it to start fading right. But here we go. Well, this is going to be my first bogey. We're still playing my first tee shot because we're not close enough to the basket yet. So, since I don't have a tempo anymore, we're going to throw a balance, soft little forehand. Here we go. And that is so short. I should have full powered it. Dang. Ah, well. Let's go find our other tee shot. Alright, player 2 got to a good spot here. I think we're just going to try to throw low beamer with the mutant. By low beamer, I mean kind of mid-height and hope it skips and rolls. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I actually think my balance is closer than I thought. Alright, here we go. Let's make some putts. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, ladies and gents, we've got a conundrum on our hand. Let me see if y'all can. Yes, you can. So right there, I'm pretty sure is our basket. Which is weird, because the tee pad's set up this way. But I am pretty positive that's our basket. I'm gonna double check. but I am pretty sure that's our basket. Let me see if I can see a number on it. Dude, I can't tell at all. I genuinely can't. There's also a basket all the way out there, which if that's it, that makes more sense. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure. So, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to see if we can get 2 shots there, and then we'll see if we can get out to there. Yeah, because I genuinely don't know where to go from here. So, alright, let's see what we can do. I think I'm gonna need these to get out to the long. Gosh, I genuinely don't know what to do with this one. I do. Take 2 putters. And you can't see it, but there is that gap right there. I'm gonna try to throw spike antes through that to get to that basket. So we'll keep it trained on you guys for that basket, and we'll see what we can do. We'll throw the spin first. Literally just gonna try to pan it over. You know? Wasn't too bad. I actually think I'm gonna put the range back up, and I think I'm gonna try that shot now with the Envy and see if I can get it to flatten out. So, Envy's up. We did it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Dude, I was right. This white basket over here is our basket, and the red and blue basket behind us is actually a practice basket. See if we can flick a range in. Nope. I have a bad habit of putting it on Annie. Should probably just try to do that. At least it kind of gives it a chance, right? But the crazy shot is over here. Kind of by my range, actually. I can't believe we did it. That was such a shot. So, basket, and there's the Envy. I am so stoked with that shot. I can't believe I did it. Like, I nailed it, really. Like, I don't think I could have executed that shot any better. Besides, acing it. But now we have to make the putt, though. So, here we go. No change needed for the par. Let's go. Alrighty, hole 8. I'm gonna throw some putter shots. The hole is 274, straight ahead, really. I'm gonna throw the spin and the range. I think we'll throw the range first. Just give it a little pop, let it drift over. I'm gonna back off this tee pad a little bit. No, I'm not. Stay in. Got a little scurry with that one. Spin now. And that spin is just beautiful. Get you a spin, ladies and gents. The thing's so much fun to have. Alright, here we go. Make some putts again. Layer 1. Oh, I gotta give that a second putt. That's my only, I think that's my only problem with using the focuses right now. So I switched to focuses recently, ladies and gents, and I like them, but I do feel like from that long range, I can't get the same pop. Oh wait, hang on, or they just fade out too fast for me. I can't get them to push straight enough, which is probably just on me because I don't have enough, spin on them. But I've got a putt that works for me really well, so I'm not gonna jeopardize it to get more spin so I can make those long range with these. So I forgot I put an anode back in the bag for putts like that, and I completely should have grabbed it for that putt just to test it, but oh well. On to the next. Alright, so we are on hole 9. This one's weird because the T sign shows a Mando. By the way, it's 134 to the basket that's out on 104. So the basket's just right here. But it says there's a Mando, which in my head would either be this tree to prevent the just lazy spike hyzer, or this tree to prevent this just small gap. So it would make me think I've got to play here and then fade in. But there's no signage on any of the trees, so I don't know which one to play for. I think, because I'm a sucker for punishment, I think we're going to play Mando, this center tree right here, not the big one, the tiny one. We're going to play Mando left, and we'll just throw some little hyzers and hopefully get around there. I don't think there's any crazy high lines on this one, unfortunately, but I think we've got 2 discs that should work pretty well for this. A Zone OS and a Mutant, so, just a set of beefcakes. Let me make sure y'all are squared away. Y'all are perfect. Let me fix y'all's. There we go. Alright, here we go. Zone OS first. Little hyzer. Yep. That's about it. Next one, Mutant. And yep, that's about it. 2 easy little hyzers. There we go. There we go. Hole 10. Par 3. 175's just dead ahead. We're gonna throw a range, and we're gonna throw the anode. See what it does. Because I'm also looking for, comment down below if you've got any putter ideas. Besides the Luna, I like the Luna, but I just don't. Me and it don't get along. But what I'm looking for is, so how this range flies is just money, right? But the problem is it's a range. So it really doesn't get like the distance that I like. Whereas the spin gets it, it's just too flippy. But with that shot with the anode, I'll have to see what it feels like on a full power shot. But maybe the anode's the disc I'm looking for. All right, here we are. See if we can make one. Nope, not with that angle. Like I said, ladies and gents, the long range, which that might have been outside of C1, so I might have been able to step it, but still. Alrighty, we're here on hole 11, 121. It's just right there. Throw anode first. The anode might be it. And now the spin. Spin's just nice. It's just nice, floaty, glidey, sits. Once you get power on it, it becomes fun. Alrighty, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Dude, just putt it, dude. Holy cow. Get so timid on it. Like, oh gosh, don't wanna chain it out. That's all it is just. Alright, so I completely just threw shots and then forgot to record. So hole 12 is 254 par 3. The basket is right out there. I threw through this center gap right here. One with a forehand and one with a backhand. Both caught these trees, and then I threw a third shot, forehand with a Terra. And now let's go see where those are at. Another very interesting hole on this course. Another one that another one that just feels out of place in a way. You know, you get all these beginner holes, you hit 10 and 11, and they're super short, just floaty putter shots. And then you hit this hole. And it just feels off for some reason. I don't know why. But here we are. So, see what we can do. So I'm gonna throw the Zone OS here. See if we can't maybe ring up a long shot. I mean, I definitely gave it a run, that's for sure. Holy cow. I got close. Yeah, like I said, this course has its moments of just, I don't know, being confused about what it is. Is that what I'm thinking? Like, you play 1 through 5, 8, 10, and 11, and you're like, oh, this is just a fun beginner course. Then you play 6, 7, 9, and 12, and you're like, well, maybe this is supposed to be a technical wooded course. You know, it just feels weird. At the end of this video, I'll kind of talk some more and give an official grade on, or my official thoughts on the course, but I'm trying to just keep an open mind and just play the course right now, just to see the course as is, not try to make any biases in my brain before getting too far in. So let's get on to the next. Just like that, we have another weird one, ladies and gents. We have hole 13, 110 feet. Basically Mando there. So not really a Mando, but let me pick you guys up so you can see it. I don't know if you can, but right in there is the basket. I hope y'all can actually see it. But yeah, again, very weird. But I'm gonna throw just, I think, some fun flick forehands through this gap right here. I think is gonna be the play. We've got the Zone OS and we got the range. I almost think I should probably throw the mutant, but have some fun. Zone OS. Right through this gap. Let me make sure I'm recording this time, just in case I ace. Okay, cool, we are. Just, yeah. Can't tell. Range up. You know, that might have worked out better. Very interesting. I'm walking down to see if there's a more viable line. I guess, yeah, technically, you just throw something soft through like this gap or this gap. I mean, it sets you up pretty darn well to make it in. I have a stick just attacking me. But, yeah. Cool green, though. I will give it that. But still very interesting. Alright. Here we go. That was a weird. Hang on, I gotta give that another go. That's how it's done. That was clean. That's the putt we were looking for. And then player one's back here. Not too far away. Still gotta make it though. Yeah, and we're here. For y'all, it was in an instant, and for me, it was in an instant. I mean, the hole's just right there. I think we're gonna throw some putters at it. I think we're gonna try to flick a Zone OS, then fade an anode in. Go anode first. Here we go. Yep, that'll work. Zone OS now. Come on, drop. Ah! It's just long. Here we are. I mean, and then a little. Let me actually putt that. I'm trying to be funny. We're counting that as a birdie. I don't say what y'all want in the comments. I'm counting it as birdie. So, ladies and gents, we have a weird hole. So you can either play it as one hole, which goes all the way down. I saw it to there, I think. This is a hole up here. Or you break 15 into two shots. Basically 2 shots. Which I think is the way you'd want to play it anyways. Because I don't really see how you get there in one. I think we'll throw the fun shots and then we'll see if maybe we can get a forehand all the way down there. because I'm genuinely at a loss for words on how you get there. But yeah, so we'll throw my shots to this basket, then we'll play a shot, then we'll go to the, you'll see, it'll all make sense. But I think we're gonna throw 2 putters at it. So the anode first. Just whiff it in the range. Drop! Wow. I shanked it and then I juiced it. Awesome. Here we go. Hang on, I gotta fix my shoe. My shoe's trying to untie. There we go. To the next. This is my range that I absolutely juiced. Here we go though. Oh! 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 Alright, so our basket is right there. And that's the basket from the last tee. You're supposed to play to that as one hole. Or you can play it broken up like I just did. And I think it's more enjoyable broken up like this. Yeah, it just kind of doesn't, I genuinely just don't know how you'd get there in one, but here we go, some ace runs. Range up first. Ooh, almost. Anode. Well, I don't know where that went. So, yeah. Alright, here we go. Let's make some putts. Hey, dum-dum. Can't do that. Problem is you have to spin it like that. Or I do. And I'm just not good at that. Oh, 12. I'll make this one. This is another putt I'm not good at. The straddle putt. Yeah, that's usually what happens. There we go. We got him though. We made it with the first one. So we have another interesting one. You look, alright, there's our basket. So should be a very interesting hole. It says it's 174. I don't know. I think you could probably play some sort of hyzer, and you maybe even go up top with something. I'm just not sure. Not sure. I think we're gonna throw an Envy, and I think we're actually gonna throw the anode as well. I think we're gonna throw the anode maybe up high, and then throw the Envy on this down low hyzer line. I think we'll go anode first, since it's the more risky play. Anode up top. Well, I know where it is. Yeah, that's just a tough line. Alright, Envy now. You can just apparently fight through all the trees. Holy cow, that was crazy. I'll have to go back because I accidentally, I think, left my mutant on a hole. But here we are. Huh. Very interesting shots. Genuinely don't know what to do here. Ladies and gents. If we do this. Do this. I think that'll do. Here we go. I so thought that was in. Alrighty, finally picked my mutant back up. Now we are back here to hole 17. If I zoom in, you can probably see the basket all the way down there. So that's where we're playing to. Now I'm playing all the way back here. Because it's 178. Par 3. I think I'm going to try two completely different lines. I'm going to try forehand Annie, and I think I'm going to try to push a spin and stand it up. We'll go forehand first though. Oh, I rolled my wrist. That was awful, dude. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna rethrow that. Alright, I'm gonna throw a hyzer flip with the spin. Yep. That'll work. Oy, oy, oy. Alright. Here we go. This, or maybe this. So, yeah. That'll do. Get another par. Yikes, dude. Yikes! Alright, we made it to 18. The basket is... oh, I found my finger. Is right there. Yeah, another weird one. Where it just doesn't make sense. I'm very torn on this course, if I'm being honest with you guys. Because not a lot of sense being made with these holes. Cause like, how? How do you even get there? Yeah, that puts me 40 deep. Same thing with the Envy. That's the gap, but that's now like 60. I might as well just play to the stinking practice basket. Like, It's, yeah, I don't know. Alrighty, got some long putts to make. See if we can do it. Finish out pretty strong. Yeah, I'm closer to the practice basket with this Envy than I am to 18's basket. That's crazy. That was awful. Whatever. 2 pars on a silly hole. Alrighty. So, yeah. Mansker Creek Disc Golf Course. What did I think about it? What did I like? What did I not like? Kind of, we'll run through it all. So first of all, we've got the scorecard, which this is super cool. I do like this a lot. The fact that you can keep a physical copy of your scorecard is kind of cool. I know you have UDisc is a popular thing now and everything, but this is super cool. It's a nice touch. So for player 1, I ended up splitting the scores after we hit 15. I gave myself a par for just the standard 15 where you combine TA to basket B. And then I also just kept score normally, just playing as 15A and 15B. So for combining 15A and 15B, player 1 shot 3 down versus 2 down. No, I take that back. Player 3 shot 3 down playing 15A, 15B, giving myself a par for just 15. I shot 2 down. And then for player 2, I went 11 down, playing it as 15A, 15B, playing it as just 15. I shot 6 down. An 11 down out here, first time, I'll take it. It's an interesting course. I'll say that. Hole 1 is cool. I do like hole 1. Hole 2, just a stock hyzer. Hole 3, for a lefty is a stock hyzer. You just have to push it far enough. For a righty, if you've got a forehand, it's easy pickings. If not, I mean, you can easily just pitch up to the mouth, pitch down, take a par. Hole 4, super easy. Hole 5, easy. Hole 6, kind of doesn't make sense to me for it to be on this course. 290-foot tunnel shot, or half of it being a tight tunnel the whole way, just feels off from the first 5. Hole 7, maybe if you have a stable enough disc for a righty, you make it work. I mean, for the lefty, that high Anheuser line is the line all day. For 7, hole 8's cool. I do like that. Hole 9 is weird if you play Mandos. If you don't, I mean, it's an easy hyzer for the righties. If you play with Mandos like I did today, yeah, it's a weird hole. 10, super fun. I do like that short par 3. 11's fun. 12's another weird one where it just feels weird. It's just such a weird line, weird gap. Hole 13, I originally thought was a really weird hole, but now that I can see that there is a lane for the righty hyzer, it's actually a neat hole. 14, super neat. We almost aced it. I think I would always play 15 split. I don't think I would ever play it as one unless somehow I did a tournament out here and they had it like that, but I would never just come out here and play it as 15. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's a weird, tight flex, and you still have to get really lucky. In all honesty, 16 is there. No, I'm trying to think now. I have to go back in my head. Yeah, 16's okay. 16's okay. 17, it's a tough one. And for the righties, a flex. I think the flex forehand is probably the play. I just rolled my wrist on it. 18, it makes no sense. I'd rather just play 18 to the practice basket and skip the normal basket. But that's just me. Overall, it's a decent, it's a cool little course. Especially with it being so close to where I live. I will probably definitely play this course more often. Because there's a decent amount of holes that require me to throw a forehand, especially in the first 6 holes. So I think I would, when I want to get that forehand practice in, I think I'll definitely come out here, just because it's more about that timing aspect, which is my big thing. Because I'm not worried that much about distance. It's the timing thing. But yeah, overall, cool course, fun course. If you're in the area and you just want to have fun little pitch and putt with some tricky holes that just will make your head hurt, come and play here. I think when my parents come up in a few weeks, I might have my dad out here and we might get a video with him, get him on the channel, and see what he thinks about the course, being, a right-handed player. Get his thoughts, his opinions on it, and see if he can beat me or if I can beat him. We'll see. But until the next video, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Leave me some disc ideas for that straight throwing putter, because I do like the range and I do like the spin, but the range just doesn't get the distance and the spin is just a little too flippy. But if the anode holds up durability wise, I might just throw the anode, but we'll see. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.